What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. Today, I wanted to do a channel shout out and reaction video. Let's jump into it. All right, so today we're actually visiting MPG EDC. I will have their channel linked down below, and we're going to be watching the Kansept Fenrir video and my reaction to it. Believe it or not, I've actually not had this knife on the channel. It's one I just haven't managed to get to check out yet. I am very interested. I also wanted to take the opportunity to try to maybe help out a smaller channel that may not be as recognized in the community. If you enjoyed the content, I will have her channel linked down below for you to go and check out. I'll have this video linked down below, and feel free to go and watch some content. If you like the content that you're watching, feel free to subscribe. Hopefully this helps MPG for EDC, and also it'll give me an opportunity to check out a review on a video that I hadn't seen yet. So let's go ahead and share our screen. I do have the video up here. We're going to go ahead and let it play. And basically what I'll be doing is kind of reacting and or commenting as we go along. I'll make sure to stop so you can hear me clearly, see what I think, what my thoughts are. And then obviously we're going to see what MPG EDC's reaction is. Let's go ahead and dive in.
What's up, YouTube? MPG EDC here with a review. So here we have the Kansept Fenrir, and I will show you the box. So size is basically 3.5 inches with black stonewash, CPM S35 with titanium and plain titanium and shredded carbon fiber.
Yep, so this is right up my alley. This is the type of size knife that I normally carry, about a 3.5-inch blade. She said it was S35 yen, which is a fantastic steel for EDC. It's going to hold a really good edge. It's going to be really tough and good corrosion resistance. This one appears to be a premium version. I do believe that Tenable now makes a budget-friendly version, but I don't know the steels on there. I'll do my best to display that for you guys that may be interested in a more affordable version. It also looks like potentially MPG EDC may have added a lanyard and bead onto this one themselves, but let's just see.
So for the handles. Okay guys, this thing freaking bit me, and it's a lefty. So I'm not very good with lefty stuff.
I didn't even catch that.
It did bite me.
Did not catch that it was a lefty at first because it's a liner, nested liner lock. And I think she said that it had already bit her. Yikes.
Before, when I was trying to close it. It's very, very smooth. Really do like the pocket clip. It does not, hopefully it doesn't tear. I only carried this for a little bit. It didn't really do much. Do like the brass on the hardware. It is pretty sharp, so I do like that. It's very comfortable when you do hold it. You can choke up on it for this. Really do like that. It's very pointy too. Ooh, sharp.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think this is a really good looking model. I like that it has an acute tip to it, but it still has what looks like to be a very nice drop point to it. I like that forward choil as well. It's going to be nice for sharpening, but also to choke up for that detailed work. And it's going to be really good for puncture task. Ideally, I would think this would really work for those detailed cut trace work type cuts, and that drop point looks like it may be just below the pivot or right at it, so almost spear point-esque, and in my experience those are really good for those detail type cuts. She did mention that it's very comfortable to her, which is good because she looks like she has small to medium hands, so that's nice to know that even though it is more full-sized, that it is comfortable for someone that may have smaller hands.
It's not as long as I thought it was going to be for my hand. It's got a little bit left, which is great. So if someone has a little bit more size of a hand for you, this is great. And if you have a little bit bigger hand, there you go. You can choke up on it and have an extra like 2 fingers for you. It's great. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna chop my hand off. It is very, very nice. You can do front flipping too. So let's get on. I do like the titanium. I really like the carbon fiber shredded feel. It's so cool looking. The two-tone is great. So let's show you. I know. It is extremely sharp, guys. Extremely sharp. And this is cardstock, so it's a lot thicker than paper. And it is just killing this.
Yeah, it looks like it's biting very well into the cardstock, as she indicated there. She's definitely using further out on the tip. It doesn't appear that the cardstock is rolling, which would let you know that it could be a little bit of a thicker geometry that it's grinded at. When you see that paper kind of roll back aggressively, that's when you kind of know. Now, don't get that confused with the curlies that you'll see people do sometimes when they cut very, very thin. That's because of the thinness. She's going through like a decently thick piece, and it's not prying apart where it's trying to make room for the geometry. So it looks like good geometry there. I noticed that she is choking up, kind of using that spoon as well. So it looks like a comfortable grip. Looks like it's a very controlled cut here. So that's a positive.
I did not sharpen these. The guy, lanyard man that loaned them to me, sharpened it. He did very well on the sharpening. Really well. Okay, let's get into the nitty gritty. Right. So it is a liner lock. Does not have a backspacer, which I would love to have. About up to here, maybe here, the fold. Because if your keys get into it, it's screwed. So there you go. My 2 cents. All right, full length. Oh gosh. So let's see. Let's go from here to here. All right, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna get in that way for a little bit, make sure that it is spot on with this. All right. So it goes to here. So literally exactly right here.
It looks like it's about 8 inches.
It is 7/7/8, guys.
Well, let's check real quick. Let's pull up. I have Kansept here. I'm going to pull them up real quick. Let's see if we can get that measurement. Let's see. I don't know that it necessarily matters which one we pull up. I'm just going to pull the one that's in stock up and see if we can get it. So overall length 7.89 inches, so it's a little shy, a little deceptive to see on the camera, and like a 3.48 inch, which I think she covered in the beginning. S35 yen. Just a fantastic price. My goodness, look at all the different options that there are here as well. That's pretty wild. I'll definitely leave this linked down below. Just looking at her channel, she's not quite yet eligible to be monetized, and I don't see anything in the description for links. Otherwise, I would share hers. That would probably be my, just a couple of few suggestions I would make. Definitely in the description. Even if you're not monetized, leaving links for people that might be watching the content's always helpful. And I know most of the people that I've encountered that are genuinely interested in something that I may recommend, they appreciate the link being there to get to it a little bit faster. Not everybody, but a lot of people will. I will also say the lighting on here is a little bright. I'm not quite sure what it is that she's recording with. Could be her phone, could be that she's using just a digital camera and using it on the PC. But I would probably try to pull the lighting back a little bit so that you can see it. When it's this bright, it kind of oversaturates a little on the camera. It makes it a little bit harder to see the details, but overall really good. I like that she's using the tape measure. I myself just have like a solid ruler that I use when I want to get those measurements. It does make it a little bit easier to use the flat solid ruler because it doesn't have the tip that the tape measure has that gets in the way, and you can kind of lay the knife over top of it to see the measurement a little bit better. But I think that's cool that she's bringing it out to measure it live, just to verify the information that's being told on the website. It's always nice to get confirmation. I also like the way that the pocket clip swoops on here. I think that's a nice touch, a nice aesthetics, not just a generic bland pocket clip. And in my experience, Kansept has some really, really good pocket clips that function well. Definitely easy to use one-handed, but also great great retention in the pocket clip, so that it's not something that you have to worry about falling out if you are being active in any sort of activity.
7 inches and 7/8 for the whole thing. That is crazy. All right, blade. We gotta see how much blade you got. So blade is, let's do this. 3 inches. It's like, it's so tiny above 3 inches. It is ridiculous. So you have a full 3 inches of blade of just slicing. That is sick, guys. That's unbelievable. The thumb studs are actually out, protruding a little. They're literally the same side length as the width of the scales, which is great. It's actually really good because right here, that's what you will need. Ooh.
Looking nervous disengaging that lefty.
And it is off center, it looks like to me, but no, I lied. It's centered. Anyways, the lanyard loop, or not really a lanyard loop, it is actually it might be, or it could be one of the hardwares that's been taken out. Anyways, Lanyard Man did this himself. This is pretty neat with a 45. I like that. Anyways, front flipping, very, very smooth.
Okay, so very smooth on the front flipping action. That's good, especially for a knife this large, for her to be able to do that.
Subscribe, comment, peace out.
That's awesome.
Bye.
All right, so let me know what you guys think about MPG EDC. Did you enjoy the review of the Fenrir? My only suggestions would be maybe the audio. I had it turned up, and I had to turn it up on the PC, so I don't know what MPG is using for the audio. Is it a cell phone? And are you recording on that, or are you using like a secondary camera? Either way, I would probably look at like a Hollyland. I would get the MK2, I think it is, the smaller round one. That way you can kind of just pin it to the shirt. I think that would really boost up the audio. I would pull back the lighting just a little bit. Again, it looks a little saturated on my end. I am using my upstairs monitor, which is not that great, so that could be a little bit of me with the monitor. But other than that, really good. I like the fact that you talked about the action, how it felt in hand, covered the measurements on there, covered some cutting on camera, in addition to anything that you may have done off camera. Just really good. The other suggestion I would probably make, just looking at the channel in general, I would probably, if you could find a way to maybe add a thumbnail or something like that, I think that would really build up the quality. But just looking at the pictures, so the saturation on the hedgehog looks different, but it looks like it's at the same spot, so maybe it's just that particular knife with that background, but I don't know, because the Dachshund looks different. But anyway, good stuff. We'll check back in. If you guys enjoyed the content, definitely head on over there. I'll have MPG EDC linked down below if you're interested. I'll also have that video that we just watched, if you want to listen to it on your own or watch it on your own, linked as well. Definitely check them out. If you enjoyed, definitely consider subscribing. to my channel as well. You guys, out of here. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll catch you next time. Peace.